91. Middle class encourages their kids to be nice and make friends. World class encourages their kids to be smart and build a network. The average parents never teach their kids about the importance of making contacts. They hope their kids are popular and make friends so they enjoy their days in school. The world class knows building contacts, even as early as high school, can make the difference between a life of average success and uncommon opportunity. This is even more critical for kids who attend private schools funded by influential families. The rich teach their kids to build networks of classmates, teachers, professors and others who may be able to help them later in life. While most parents are hoping their kid becomes the quarterback of the football team or the most popular cheerleader, the rich are concerned about building the child's social infrastructure for the future. Winning most popular works for the masses, but the great ones want to win most likely to succeed. Operating from a fear-based consciousness leads the middle class to see this strategy and others like it as using people or manipulation. This could not be further from the truth. Every great self-made fortune has been constructed with the help and support of many people. The great ones know you need other people to accomplish anything, but while the masses are tapping their Christmas card list for help, the rich are accessing their databases filled with thousands of people from years of cultivation. When they want to find a new job, they don't need the want ads or any online resource, they just reach out to their network. When they need to raise capital, locate joint venture partners, or want advice on investments, it's all at their fingertips. The reason is their world-class thinking parents taught them at a tender age one of the key ingredients of getting rich. Important tips. Money is humankind's greatest invention. Money doesn't discriminate. Money doesn't care whether a person is poor, whether a person comes from a good family, or what his skin color is. Anybody can make money. By Takafumi Hori. Rich resource, Mental Toughness Mastery by Steve Siebold, 12-CD album, www.mentaltoughnessmastery.com. Critical thinking question: how many contacts does your kid have in his/her database? Stop laughing. I'm not kidding. Action step: sit down with your kids and show them how to begin building their network. Ask her to set a goal to have at least 1,000 people in her database when she graduates from college. 92. Middle class teaches their kids to be happy with what they have. World class teaches their kids how to go for their dreams. Most kids are programmed by parents to be happy with what they have and be glad their lives aren't tougher. While this form of gratitude isn't harmful, it does set the child up to be satisfied with whatever life hands him. Big thinking parents program their kids to dream lofty dreams and prepare them for the work it's going to take to make them a reality. They assist their kids in identifying their natural talents and interests and help them build the belief that they can create their own futures doing what they love to do. While middle-class parents are trying to get their kids to conform to conventional ways of making a living, world-class parents keep all options open and are willing to break with convention if it serves the best interests of their child. They know the masses measure the success of their children by how well they do in school, when the truth is some of the most successful people were lousy students who hated school. In the mind of the world-class parent, anything is possible, and they pass on this critical belief to their children. While the masses are content to play it safe, seek comfort and avoid pain, the great ones are living large and teaching their kids to do the same. To them, life is a game to be played boldly and fearlessly, and they always set the example for the little ones who watch their every move. Important tips. Wealth is the product of energy times intelligence. By Buckminster Fuller. Rich resource, Your Money Ratios, 8 Simple Tools for Financial Security by Charles Farrell. Critical thinking question: are you encouraging your kids to live boldly and fearlessly? Action step: talk to your kids about the importance of taking calculated risks. 93. Middle class minimizes the importance of money with their kids. World class teaches their kids the importance of money. The average child growing up in America is repeatedly told that money won't make him happy, which makes you wonder how most parents would know, since few have ever had any money. The primary reason this is passed down and perpetuated is parents believe the desire to be rich is wrong, and that it is their job to protect their children from becoming materialistic, shallow adults. World-class parents realize that without an abundance of financial resources, their kids will spend their lives like the masses, worrying and struggling for money. The great ones take the time to educate their kids on a subject that ranks among the most maligned and misunderstood. There are more self-limiting, middle-class beliefs in the area of sex, politics, religion and money than almost all other areas combined. For some reason, these four topics are approached almost exclusively through emotion, with logical and critical thinking far behind. Talk to a middle-class thinker about one of these topics and you'll hear little data or proof to back up their beliefs. The litmus test is taking an opposing view. If it's a middle-class thinker, watch out, because when a person operating out of emotion is challenged, they will attack you for taking an opposing viewpoint. Normally rational people revert back to naive adolescence when intoxicated with emotion. World-class parents prepare their kids so when they encounter this situation, they will chalk it up to middle-class thinking. While the middle class continues to minimize the importance of money, the world class educates and prepares their kids on how to think about it, whom to listen to, and most importantly, whom to ignore. This is one of the little-known secrets of wealthy parents. Can you imagine the advantage these kids have? If you were raised with this kind of street-smart education, how much richer would you be? Important tips. I do not prize the word cheap. It is not a word of inspiration. It is the badges of poverty, the signal of distress. Cheap merchandise means cheap men and cheap men mean a cheap country. By William McKinley. Rich Resource, The General Theory of Employment, Interest and Money by John Maynard Keynes. Critical thinking question. Do your kids understand the importance of money? Action step. Teach your kids to expect the masses to attack them when they talk about their desire to be rich. 94. Middle class teaches their children the games of the masses. World class teaches their children the games of the wealthy. The most popular sports in America are football, baseball, basketball and soccer. The most popular games are video games. The masses engage in these sports and games for fun. The favorite sports of the wealthy are golf, tennis and horse racing. One of their favorite games is chess. This is one of the reasons parents attempting to help their kids gain exposure to the wealthy teach them the sports and games they play. If the child enjoys the activity, it gives them something in common with a powerful group of people who can help them succeed. The average parent never considers this concept, and many whom I've introduced it to over the years have been offended by the idea. This reaction is rooted in the belief that life is a level playing field and if you do the right things and play by the rules, you'll succeed. Nice idea. The only problem is, it's not true. The people who manifest massive success use every strategy they can. The outside world only sees their newfound wealth. What they missed was the years of planning for success while failing most of the time. Smart parents give their kids every advantage possible, and that includes exposing them to the games the wealthy like to play. If the kids don't enjoy the game, they aren't forced to play. No parent wants their child playing a sport they hate just for the future advantage it may offer them, but they expose them to the game knowing it will help them as adults. We've all heard that more deals are done on the golf course than in the boardroom. I found this to be true. So why not make sure your kids are exposed to these sports and games? Sure, they're just kids now, but in the blink of an eye, they'll be adults searching for success. The more powerful people they know, the richer they'll become. It's the winning combination of what you know and who you know. If it sounds like a cold, calculated strategy for success, it is. Life isn't fair and success isn't free. Welcome to the jungle. Important tips. The only way not to think about money is to have a great deal of it. By Edith Wharton. Rich Resource, Money Without Matrimony, The Unmarried Couple's Guide to Financial Security by Cheryl Garrett, Deborah Naiman, and Deborah A. Naiman. Critical thinking question: do you see this strategy as social climbing or smart marketing? Action step: expose your kids to one of the sports or games of the wealthy and see if they enjoy it. If they do, give them as many lessons in the game or sport as you can afford. 95. Middle class doesn't believe in personal development or self-help. World class believes they're the secret to getting rich. If you want to be an accountant or engineer, go to college. If you want to be a millionaire, learn from someone who has done it. The personal development industry is full of wealthy speakers, authors and business experts with real-world experience who can teach you how to become more successful. While some in academia attempt to discredit this industry, it's a multi-billion-dollar business that helps millions lead more successful, fulfilling, happier lives. As a speaker, trainer and consultant to Fortune 500 sales teams, I ask thousands of people each year what they believe they need to do to make more money. The most popular answer is, get an MBA. This is a classic example of how little most people know about making money. I've attended seminars conducted by high school dropouts and doubled my income 12 months later. If college professors could teach that, they'd be millionaires instead of college professors. The best business advice I've ever received has come from professional speakers, trainers and coaches who are street-smart entrepreneurs. These people teach from personal experience, and they have the scars and successes to prove it. You don't get a diploma when you graduate, and few corporations will acknowledge this education when you apply for a job, yet you walk away with business-building, life-changing information you can use immediately. The world class doesn't need the endorsement of the government, academia, or any other outside entity to attend a seminar or hire a coach. They only look for one thing: results. Here's an example. The highest paid skill in business is public speaking. Every major business, political, and religious leader is a public speaker. Most classes on this subject are taught by college professors, yet the most successful public speaking program in history, measured by the success of its graduates for over 60 years, is the Bill Gov Speech Workshop. It's not academically accredited and you won't find it on the Harvard curriculum. It just produces more million-dollar speakers than any other program. If you want a degree in speech communications, enroll in a college that offers it. If you want to learn how to use public speaking to become a millionaire, attend the Bill Gov Speech Workshop. Only 5% of the population takes advantage of personal development programs like this, and they are among the most successful people on the planet. Many of them attribute their fortunes to what they learned from the geniuses of the self-help movement. Important tips. Today, the greatest single source of wealth is between your ears. By Brian Tracy. Rich resource, Bill Gov Speech Workshop. 3-day program conducted throughout the United States, Europe and Australia. www.speechworkshop.com. Critical thinking question: could you be one personal development seminar or workshop away from becoming a millionaire? Action step: the one business skill you must learn is public speaking. This skill is worth a fortune to any business person or entrepreneur. Make a decision today to overcome your fear and develop this powerful skill. Thank you for listening. Tomorrow, next 5 differences I will share with you from book How Rich People Think by Steve Siebold. So subscribe my channel Pearl and Phantomuth and press bell icon to get notified as soon as my next video uploaded.